Welcome to 2K Sports, everyone. We have some exciting NBA action coming up. Along with the all-star team of Stan Van Gundy, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, I'm Brian Anderson. And we got a quick moment to take a look at the long-term rebounding numbers over several seasons for Isaiah Stewart.
You know, a trend like this isn't going to please the coach or the front office. He's been a little more focused on other parts of his game, and rebounding is something he needs to put more emphasis on. And I'm sure they've talked to him about it.
Now a look at Detroit's starting lineup. Thompson and Harris make up the forwards. Duncan Robinson is out there with Cunningham. And it's Duren in at center. And for New York, Jalen Brunson is out there with Mikal Bridges. Then it's Karl Anthony Towns. Then it's Josh Hart. And it's Anunoby in at the small forward position. And Grant, we hear all the time about the rookie wall.
Oh, it's definitely a real thing, B.A. Not for every rookie, but a good percentage of them. You know, I'm interested to see which ones in this class are able to power through.
And there's Cunningham on the assist by Thompson.
Well, that's where Cunningham does his best work, from the free throw line down.
Outside Anunoby. Back to Brunson. Three-pointer. The rebound by Detroit. They put up a nice win against Toronto last time out.
And I'll tell you, that was not an easy environment to play in. It was a hostile crowd on the road, but it didn't bother them at all.
Give a lot of credit to this coaching staff for preparing them for that kind of environment. They went in and just executed their game plan.
Here's Cunningham. After the basket by New York. Pass to Harris. Towns with a rebound. And the Knicks with possession. Coming off that win against the Sixers.
And we all know that on the road, you don't usually look so comfortable on the offensive end. But that was the story of the game.
Well, it comes down to preparation. They were ready for that game and kept the crowd out of it for the most part.
Harris passes to Cunningham. Hart against Harris. Shoots over Hart. And again, no good by Detroit. For New York, they've gone 1 for 3 so far. Bridges passes to Towns. Towns on a screen. For 3, Bridges. Can't get it to fall. 0 for 2 now. Cunningham deciding where to go with it. And again, no good by Detroit.
Well, look, that's another missed opportunity. 1 for 5 now from the field.
Hart passes to Anunoby. New York working the ball around now. Here's Towns. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Yeah, and at 7 feet tall, Towns is a major threat inside. The defense has to guard him better than that.
And so the timeout by J.B. Bickerstaff here. He's going to talk it over with his guys. A group of teams that love to run. The NBA leaders in fast break scoring. In the third spot, the Pistons.
Any chance this team gets to run, they take. A quick, athletic team on the break.
Harris outside. Here's Robinson. 13 points in the win against Toronto. The Knicks have gone 2 for 5 here in the first. And since the turn of the century, die-hard Knicks fans had dealt with some lean years, Grant, until recently.
No doubt, B.A., and they're happy to see meaningful games. The arrival of Jalen Brunson just changed things, and they've gone all in to surround him with talent.
Harris's shot is good.
Well, I like seeing Harris be aggressive inside. He's more than capable of making you pay from that.
Outside Hart. Back to Brunson. And the layup is good.
Pounding it inside early and often, setting a physical tone.
And here's Cunningham. He'll bring it up for the Pistons. Last time they met in Detroit.
They flat out dominated the last time these teams squared off, particularly on the glass.
Yeah, but they can expect a whole lot more resistance this time around. No team likes to lose a rebounding battle.
And it's the Knicks with the ball. The Pistons getting their last shot to go. Brunson passes to Towns. Off the mark there with a 3.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
And Harris throws it down.
A solid athlete with a good vertical. Harris knows how to get inside and hammer it home.
Pass to Hart. For three, Bridges. And Cunningham pulls it down. The Pistons have gone 4 of 8 and looking in control. Oh, wasted no time on that one. 8 points for Tobias Harris.
His efficiency has been a big factor in helping them capture this lead.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Well, Mike Brown had a few moments to share with me. Much of our discussion centered around Cade Cunningham. He said that's their catalyst. They look to him to control the pace, to read the defense, and to make the right basketball play, which he usually does. He is very tough to neutralize. Guys, back to you.
All right, appreciate it, Allie. Now here's Thompson. Oh, a nice D from Anunoby. Outside Hart. Pass to Brunson. Screen by Hart. Lets the three fly. The rebound by Detroit. Duran's got 4 rebounds in the game. Here's Cunningham. And the bucket is good.
Strong pass there to set up the basket.
Knicks trail by 4. Boy, they need something to go to regain some confidence.
No question. Way too many empty possessions for them.
And so Mike Brown decides to call a timeout. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. It's February. Let's see how things are shaping up in the East. You look at the Pistons, final stretch of the season. They've got the #1 seed and have shown no signs of giving it up. And, of course, New York, a couple spots down.
Right now for Detroit, give them credit. I mean, they've been playing very well this season, but they can't afford to take their foot off the gas pedal right now. They know they have a bullseye on their backs.
Yeah, no one is taking them lightly. This is a team with everything you really need to make some noise in the playoffs.
Here's Cunningham. After the basket by New York on the other end. Unloads from 13. And the rebound goes to the Knicks. Right side Hart. Bridges outside. They get the rebound. And the score now all even.
And you like the balance here. Not just falling in love with the 3 ball.
For Detroit, they've got half their attempts to go. 6 of 12. Pass to Cunningham. Duran, the screen. Pulls up. And that one's good. Cunningham's got his 3rd basket on the night right there.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
Now here's Towns. He picked up 21 points in their last win against Philadelphia. And it's Brunson missing.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
There's no air space there whatsoever. That's as close as you can get without foul.
Harris with it. He's covered by Hart. Clock at 6. Here's Harris. The Knicks with the rebound. Hart's got 4 rebounds now. Well, Grant, Tobias Harris has been around the league. What's his best asset?
You know, I think it's his reliability and versatility. Harris is always on the floor, having led the NBA in games played multiple times. And he just gets the job done.
Yeah, and Cunningham there, able to shoot with his feet set. That's one he knows he can hit.
Outside Anunoby. Pass to Towns. Over Duran. Towns. That's good. Towns has got his 2nd basket of the night. The Pistons lead by 3. Outside Robinson. Now here's Duran. Here's Cunningham. The 3 is up. And Anunoby pulls it down. New York working the ball around now. Towns a screen on Cunningham. Here's Brunson outside. Duran with a rebound. Duran's got his 5th rebound in this one. Harris passes to Robinson. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. It's going to be on Karl Anthony Towns.
Lots of ways Robinson can get to the basket. Defenses play him tight.
First trip to the line for him here. That one's off. Well, you need a real big-time star to win in this league. And Grant, the Pistons have that in Cade Cunningham.
Oh, my, B.A. It took until year 4 for him to really break through. Already a player who can impact the game in so many ways, but when his numbers go up across the board, that's doing something special.
He hits the second from the line. And really, the heartbeat of this Knicks team is Jalen Brunson, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., the lifeblood, both on the court and his willingness to take less on his contract, giving them the leeway to enhance their talent.
And so Mike Brown decides to call a timeout. Coach probably just checking to make sure everybody's on the same page here. Herder's checked in for Detroit. Pass to Bridges. Screen by Robinson. This one for 3. Detroit with a rebound.
Now, this hasn't been his quarter so far. He's really struggling to get going.
And the dunk by Duren.
Well, physical play by Duren at the rim, which doesn't allow much room for interference.
Now here's Alvarado. What a tremendous game he played against Philadelphia. Clarkson outside. And the Knicks miss again. The Pistons lead by 6. Pass to Herder. The 3-ball. No good on the shot.
Well, this was his shot to miss, honestly. Poor coverage, good setup. He just couldn't knock it down.
Robinson, a screen on Cunningham. Bridges with room to shoot. And it's good. Off the back of the rim and in.
Yeah, so skilled offensively. Getting the ball in his hands is generally a good idea.
Cunningham passes to Harris. Stewart, a screen on Bridges. Harris. Clarkson grabs a miss.
Well, he's more than comfortable in the mid-range, but you can't make them all.
Inside. Robinson, a screen on Herder. Here's Bridges. The rebound by Stewart.
Another miss. At some point, they need to tap someone else for a boost offensively.
And the dunk by Duren.
How much power from Jalen Duren. Goodness.
Offensively, it's been a struggle for him.
Yeah, they need to string together some shots to have any kind of chance.
And that one's good. Clarkson.
Well, hey, you give him some daylight, he can knock it down.
And the dunk by Duren.
Nice one-handed jam. Simple and effective, B.A.
Hey, with the lead, I'm surprised he didn't come up with something a little more creative. And it's Clarkson missing. And here's Cunningham. He'll bring it up for the Detroit Pistons. It's a 5-point game. Beyond the arc. Can't get it to drop. Cunningham's got 1 3-pointer tonight so far in 4 tries. Shoots off the step back, and there's Clarkson. That one's good. On the assist by Bridges.
Yeah, the mid-range is the sweet spot for Clarkson. He does a lot of damage from there.
Pass to Harris. Takes the 3, and it's New York with a rebound. Just 1 second separating the shot clock and the game clock. Now Clarkson, 5 points in the game. Five to shoot. Launches it. The shot won't fall. And so it's Cade Cunningham making things happen for Detroit. Scoring, passing, imposing his will at the offensive end. We'll be right back with you shortly. And some good action in the books as we get back to a game that's been pretty close so far here. All right, guys, looking at what we've seen from the Pistons, what do you think?
Oh, what a first quarter. You love their willingness to make the extra pass.
Yeah, it's the kind of offense every coach loves to see. Selfless and smart.
They've got Jordan Clarkson. Mitchell Robinson is out there with Karl Anthony Towns. Then there's Jose Alvarado, and it's Shamet in at the 3. That's the group for New York starting the second. Now here's Robinson. An 11-point game for him in the win against Philadelphia.
And also dynamic defensively. His 4 blocks helping set the tone at that end of the floor. And you can tell they're in sync right now, expertly turning the steal into fast break points.
And the Pistons with possession here. Following the bucket by the Knicks, Herter from long range. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
Well, that's where Herter is at his best. A reliable catch-and-shoot play.
Towns a screen on Herter. Towns outside. Lets it go from deep. Jenkins with a rebound.
Well, you can tell he thinks he should have had that one. Even harder on him when he's got a good look like that and it doesn't go down.
From outside the arc. And Detroit another 3.
Oh, explosive crossover. How's that for a move?
Alvarado, the pass to Towns. From downtown. Oh, Towns showing that range.
Hey, nice response from Towns, dropping a 3 of his own.
LeVert right side. Pass to Jenkins. There's the triple. It's hauled in by Robinson. Knicks trail by 4. Here's Shamet. Checking his stats. He's scoring around 9.5 points per game. Here's Alvarado. And the Knicks, another 3.
Clarkson scans the floor and is able to see the widest opening they have.
And here's Stewart. Robinson defending. LeVert passes to Herter. Wing shot on the way. Again, the Pistons score. Here in quarter 2, we played a little over 2.5 minutes now. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Well, the Pistons are growing. Coach J.B. Bickerstaff said, I appreciate the work that the guys have put in, and I'm proud of what they're becoming. But we have more work to do. We're still taking steps. Our guys have improved. The team has improved. But we're not finished yet. Back to you.
On the rise. Allie, thanks very much for the report. And so the timeout by J.B. Bickerstaff here. He's going to take a minute to regroup with his players. And some changes here for Detroit. Thompson, he's checked in for LeVert. Robinson comes in for Herter. And Cunningham subbed in for Jenkins. Here's Holland. Still no points. Pass to Robinson. 3-pointer. Knocks down the triple.
I mean, this is what Duncan Robinson does. He finds you points at the arc.
Now Clarkson. New York working the ball around now. And stolen by Stewart. Now Cunningham fires the 3. And Detroit another 3.
Their defense has to do a better job of smothering those shooters.
Knicks trail by 7. And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played. Robinson, a screen on Cunningham to the paint. Oh, got a piece of it. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Clarkson. Robinson controls the rebound and the putback.
We've seen that more than once today. An effortless basket inside.
And here's Cunningham outside. And it's rebounded by Karl Anthony Towns. It's Shamet on the wing, defended by Thompson. Here's Alvarado. Knocks down the long J. And now just a 2-point Pistons lead.
Well, it took him a while to get his legs under him. He didn't do much in the first quarter, but now he's off and running.
Cunningham outside. It's hauled in by Robinson. Robinson's got his 4th rebound in this one. When you think about the skill of Cade Cunningham, Graham, at his height, what a combination.
You know, B.A., whether it's scoring inside or seeing over the defense or just feasting on smaller guards, his 6'6" frame is certainly an advantage. Where's the rim protection? That's just too easy for him.
Cunningham outside. It's Stewart, high post. Pass to Robinson. Cunningham up top. Again the miss by Cunningham. The Knicks have gotten 7 of 10 attempts to drop in the second quarter. Towns a screen on Robinson. Lets it fly. And it's Clarkson missing. Detroit has gone 4 of 6 from outside. Looking sharp here in the second. Out of bounds. It'll be New York's ball. And looking at overall steal numbers, here are the teams that continue to wreak havoc. The Pistons, number 1.
And credit their relentless nature defensively for causing the mistakes. They apply a ton of pressure.
And some changes here for New York. Anunoby, he's checked in for Shamet. Bridges comes in for Clarkson. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Alvarado. Tobias Harris checked in for the Pistons. And so Mike Brown decides to call a timeout. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. Well, we have a chance to hear from Shams Charania. He's calling in right now. Shams, great to have you on, bud.
Well, guys, a lot of excitement about the upcoming 2026 draft class, but quietly, some scouts voicing early concern about the quality of prospects in the class of 27. Now, there's still time for players to emerge, but expect this to impact the way teams value those picks.
Something to keep an eye on, no doubt. Shams, thank you for the report. Josh Hart's checked in for Robinson. Towns a screen on Harris. And again, the Knicks missing.
You can hear him sputtering all the way over here. He knows he should have knocked that one down.
Pure from three-point range. Harris has got 11 points.
You know, Harris blossomed into a stretch big, putting tons of work into his three-point stroke.
Outside Hart, launches a three, drills it from deep.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside. And after not making any threes in the first half, he now has 2 here in the second half. Let's see if he continue to add to that.
And though he has a scorer's mindset, Brunson willing to make the next pass.
Here's Cunningham, following the bucket by the Knicks. Here's Harris. That one is off. Hart with the defensive effort. New York trailing. Right side, Brunson. Towns a screen on Cunningham. Brunson misses.
Well, you can't question his confidence from out there, but it's not falling. Maybe time for a different approach.
Harris misses.
Oh, you got to finish at the rim right there. You hate seeing those opportunities go to waste.
He gets it in there.
Pretty much the second Brunson gets the ball, he's into motion, and that's how it's done.
And here's Thompson. He'll bring it up for the Detroit Pistons. Now they've got the Bulls ahead of them next in Chicago. It's the last meeting in a 4-game road trip. The shot's good on the assist by Cunningham. Cunningham's got his 6th assist of the night. Bridges outside. Shoots from 12. The rebound by Detroit. Pass to Thompson. And here's Cunningham. Coming off a 28-point game against Toronto. Ooh, assertive from Cunningham.
Well, yeah, that's why he was the #1 pick back in 2021. Cunningham showing there that he can dominate games.
Brunson against Cunningham. Outside Hart. Towns on a screen. Hart can't hit. Detroit leading by 4. To the inside. Cunningham passes to Harris. He got a piece of it. For 3, Bridges. Detroit with a rebound. Thompson's got 4 rebounds in the game. Here's Harris. Hart pulls it in. Hart's got his 8th rebound here tonight.
Well, clearly it hasn't been his best game offensively, but collectively, they've still found a way to get the lead.
And that one's good for Brunson.
And, man, you got to appreciate how efficient Brunson is. I mean, he takes and makes high-percentage shots.
Thompson outside. Pass to Harris. Stewart, a screen on Hart. Fires from 14. And the shot falls short that time.
I know he's on a cold streak, but he can't let that get in his head.
Yeah, they might want to draw something up here to get him something at the rim or get him to the free throw line. Sometimes that's all it takes to snap a cold streak.
And that one's good for Brunson.
Inside Brunson is pretty deadly, just dropping his shot in.
Harris outside. Back to Thompson. Detroit moving the ball around. Stewart, a screen on Hart. And here's Harris outside. Hits a three-pointer. Harris has got 17.
Now he's found his range, hitting 3 triples in the second quarter after coming up dry early.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Asar Thompson. That's his first foul of the game. Mitchell Robinson, he's checked in for Towns. And the switch here also for Detroit. Jalen Duren, he's checked in for Stewart. A minute 22 left in the first half. Pass to Anunoby from the arc. And it's Harris with the rebound. The Pistons leading. And there's the lob. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Robinson. Looking now at some numbers for Karl Anthony Towns.
And I think the grind of the season has caught up to him a little. You can see it in his rebounding numbers. Over the past 5 games, they've taken a dive. He appears to be wearing down. Maybe he can get his legs back under him today.
We've got 1:08 left in the first half of this one. Here's Brunson outside. The rebound by Detroit. Thompson's got 5 rebounds tonight. Pass to Cunningham. Outside Robinson. And that one's good. Cunningham. And it's a 4-point Detroit lead.
Well, I like Cunningham in the paint the most. His outside shot is still developing, so his focus should be on scoring inside.
Now here's Bridges. Coming off a 22-point game against the 76ers in Philadelphia.
Well, and he was also doing a great job feeding his teammates, racking up the assists. So important to team chemistry. Overall, this quarter, he's getting good looks, and he's taking advantage.
Outside Brunson. There's 10 seconds left to play in the second quarter. 5 on the clock. Hart with a screen on Cunningham. Here's Brunson outside. The three-pointer is down. Jalen Brunson. And so it's Cade Cunningham making things happen for the Pistons. Hunting for opportunities, leading to 9 points in the quarter. More NBA on 2K Sports right after this.
They've done everything they can to shoot their way out of this contest. Somehow, they're still in it. Got to make the most of that opportunity.
And let's move on to the Eastern Conference standings. The true contenders are beginning to stand out.
Well, I think for the Knicks, I have them as a top team before the season, and now I'm picking them to make the finals. Tell me I'm wrong, Kenny. You can't, because I'm right. 2 + 2 is 5.
And as much as it pains me, I have to agree with you.
And that'll do it for us.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard. You look at Cade Cunningham in this game. He has been everywhere.
Through the first 2 quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
Yeah, and in terms of slowing him down, I think they're going to have to change things up. Give him some different looks.
And on the floor for J.B. Bickerstaff as we get into the second half. Harris and Duren together in the middle. Cunningham is out there with Duncan Robinson. And it's Thompson in at the small forward.
Probably a play they drew up in the locker room at half.
Yeah, I like how they're establishing their interior presence right away. That's going to collapse the defense and create other opportunities.
And Stan, the Pistons' J.B. Bickerstaff, the runner-up last season for Coach of the Year.
Well, yeah, instead it went to Kenny Atkinson, who replaced him in Cleveland. But B.A. talking about landing on your feet, Bickerstaff showing again he can turn things around.
Pass to Duren. Now here's Harris. Doesn't go for him. Hart with the defensive effort. Knicks trail by 3. Here's Brunson. And Cunningham pulls it down. Cunningham's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Over Brunson. Here's Duren. Good setup. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. Duren's got 8.
They have no answer defensively inside.
Brunson against Cunningham. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass.
Since halftime, they've missed 3 of their first 4 shots. Still trying to get their legs under them.
Cunningham got the loose ball, but that'll be a backcourt violation. And the fans love seeing incredible moments on defense like that block.
Oh, my. And that was textbook defense. Positioning himself well to send it back.
Outside Brunson. Towns outside. New York again can't hit. And so Thompson will bring it up for the Pistons. They've only allowed 2 points so far in the second half. And that one's good. Cunningham.
And making 3 of their first 4 shots in this half is a strong start. Now it's about growing that momentum.
Back to Brunson from behind the arc. Kept alive. Goes back up. The big man, Cat.
Well, just look at the numbers for Towns. He's been amongst the league leaders in offensive rebounds a few times.
Outside Robinson. Thompson outside. Harris finds Robinson. Detroit moving the ball around. Just 4 to shoot. Here's Cunningham. And the rebound goes to the Knicks. Towns has got 6 rebounds now in the game. Up top, Bridges. Robinson defending. Pass to Brunson. Cunningham with some nice D.
Well, this period, he's been his own worst enemy, and now he's pressing.
And here's Harris. Shoots over Anunoby. And misses it off the right side of the rim. Knicks trail by 5. Down low.
Yeah, you never want to let shots at the rim go uncontested.
These are his first free throws of the game.
Josh Hart at the line, 2 shots.
Free throw good, Hart. And last season, the Pistons became the first team ever to triple their win total from the previous campaign.
Yeah, going from the worst record in the association in 2024 to a playoff team in 2025. And now they look to just keep on rising.
That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2. The Pistons lead by 4. Left side, Robinson. Harris outside. Pass to Cunningham. The 3. Nice work beyond the arc by Cunningham.
Big night for Cunningham. This is why he went first overall. Cade can take over a game.
Outside Anunoby. Brunson surveys. Duren with a rebound.
And they're doing strong work on the glass. A +5 advantage for them.
Bridges against Robinson. Now here's Cunningham. Tight defense on him. Over Brunson. And it's Cunningham missing. Knicks trail by 7. Hart passes to Bridges. Sends it home from 3-point land. Bridges has gotten his 2nd bucket on the night.
And year after year, Bridges continues to expand his range.
Here's Cunningham. Again the miss by Cunningham. New York has gone 1 of 4 here in the 3rd from range. And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Hey, plenty of pressure for a player like Cade Cunningham, asked to shoulder the load. He said, that's what I asked for, to be in the NBA, to be in these moments. I try not to shy away from them. He practices meditation, and he says it's really helped me. Anytime I need to just reset, I can do it. Ryan, back to you.
Able to dial it in. Okay, thanks for the report, Allie. Now here's Cunningham. Give him 23. Crafty move. And the layup is up and in. Cunningham's got 25 points.
Well, to be able to add that move in on the fly, incredible control on display from Cunningham.
And so Mike Brown decides to call a timeout. Coach taking this moment to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. All right, let's take a look at the real stats, real scores from the real NBA. These are the teams dominating the offensive glass this season. Fifth best, the Pistons.
One of the top second chance point clubs in the association. They really hit the offensive glass.
Bridges finds Anunoby. Outside Hart. 6 to shoot. The 3. Duren with a rebound. Duren's got a rebound number 12 here already in the game.
Oh, love the intensity in which they're hitting the boards.
Well, this is Robinson at his best. He can really do damage off the catch.
Bridges outside. Outside Brunson. Outside Anunoby. Pass to Towns. Outside Brunson. Kicks it out to Anunoby. Fires from deep. He buries it from 3.
And that is the shot they want Anunoby to take, and he excels in the catch and shoot.
Here's Cunningham for 3. Robinson. The shot's good on the assist by Cunningham. Cunningham's got assist number 10 tonight with that last one. And so it's Brunson who brings up the ball for New York. They trail by 9. Pass to Towns. Ooh, he's found his rhythm. 7 for 10 and counting.
Yeah, this is what makes Towns an all-star caliber player. He has the ability to take over games by himself.
Now here's Cunningham. He's got 25. Okay, Cunningham, strong.
Well, the physicality of the NBA takes some getting used to, but Cunningham is able to make those tough finishes.
Three-pointer, Bridges, and the Knicks, another 3.
Well, it's a three-point shooting league. Guys like him are so important for spacing.
Outside Robinson. Back to Cunningham. Cade, even when he's up against it inside.
Well, when you have a guy scoring like he is, you redraw every play to be about getting him the ball.
Brunson passes to Towns. The rebound by Detroit. Harris with it. He's got 19. Outside Robinson. Yes, and a nice assist from Thompson. Thompson's got 5 assists in the game.
Well, for his career, Duncan Robinson is about a 40% three-point shooter, so he's got a permanent green light.
Now here's Hart. Give him 8 points now. Brunson gets it done.
Oh, it's been a tough quarter for him, to say the least. He's missed 8 of 9 shots.
Robinson passes to Duren. Now Cunningham. Brunson defending. And it's Cunningham missing. Knicks trail by 9. Bridges outside. Back to Brunson. Fires for 3. Hits the trifecta. Brunson's got 5 points now in the quarter.
You know, some threes look better than others, and Brunson's lefty stroke from 3 is a beautiful thing.
And so the timeout by J.B. Bickerstaff here. I think right now he might be looking at some adjustments.
It may be a player's league, but the coaches obviously play a big part as well.
And this is when a coach earns his paycheck. Analyze the situation, and give your players the information they need to succeed.
So New York ends up going with a whole new group. A big group substitution here for Detroit. Stewart, he's checked in for Harris. Karis LeVert comes in for Thompson. Herter's checked in for Robinson. Jenkins comes in for Cade Cunningham. And a big finish by Robinson.
Good decision-making. Scopes the situation, puts the pass right on the mark.
And still to this day, Jordan Clarkson can give you instant offense, Coach.
Well, Brian, he's excellent off the bounce, slashing into the lane. He's added the three-point shot. He can fill it up in a hurry, normally off the bench.
And New York has possession, following the score by Detroit. A minute 22 left in the third quarter. Shamet, no good. The Pistons lead by 6. Stewart outside. Oh, there's the alley. Alley-oop up top, hammer it home.
Well, I couldn't have made it much easier for Stewart. He just had to go up and put it down.
Pass to Robinson. Here's Shamet. To the left side wing. New York working the ball around now. Screen by Robinson. And he gets it to go. Clarkson's got 7.
Oh, what a soft touch. Clarkson just easing it in.
Now Duren. Pass to Herter. Now here's LeVert. And again, it's Detroit converting. 19 seconds left in the third quarter here. Clarkson outside. Takes a 3. Knocks it down from distance. He's got 10.
Ooh, he has a lot of tools in the toolkit. That right there was just one of them.
And so it's Cade Cunningham making things happen for the Pistons. 11 points in the quarter. He's on fire. Time for a quick break, then back to the action. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
You know, I'm kind of stoked that this was a choice because I love this pass. A remarkable find. He put his court vision on full display.
Yeah, he puts that pass right on the money and made things look easy for his teammates.
Man, I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. They've got Karl Anthony Towns. Jordan Clarkson is out there with Jose Alvarado. Then there's Mitchell Robinson. And it's Shamet in at the 3. That's the 5 for New York right now. Now here's Alvarado. Pass to Clarkson. Over Herter. And it's Clarkson missing. Detroit leading by 5. Now here's Cunningham. It's Herter on the wing. Buries it from 3.
Well, this is the calling card of Herter. Lethal from outside the arc.
Pass to Towns. And here's Clarkson. 4-3. And he can't get that one. It's LeVert on the wing. Cunningham outside. Stewart outside. Now Herter. Shot clock at 5. Here's Cunningham. Towns with a rebound. Towns has got the glass covered here tonight. That's 11 boards for him. Alvarado outside. Pass to Robinson. Here's Towns. So strong! Towns doesn't even feel the contact.
Yeah, he's leading the charge for them. But let's be honest, he needs more help if they're going to get out in front.
Well, consistent scoring is a good foundation for a comeback. They can't be wasting possessions now.
Here's Shamet. He's checked by LeVert. Shamet passes to Robinson. That one goes in. And now it's just a 4-point Pistons lead.
And you want him taking good shots at this point in the game. And that one was easy.
Well, with him, he's dangerous because he's so confident. He wants to deliver in these moments.
Now here's Clarkson. Here's the three. He drops it from range.
And defensively, how do you leave him that open in crunch time?
A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Cunningham outside. The three is up. The Knicks with the rebound. Here's Shamet. Pass to Alvarado. Towns, right side. To take the lead. And that misses. That would have put him up. And up the court come the Pistons on the break. And he lays it in.
Fantastic initiative by Herter. Leaking out well and making himself a threat in transition.
Pass to Shamet. Towns outside. Cat playing big. Oh, my.
Well, over the course of the night, he's been taking shots he's comfortable with, and it's working.
And J.B. Bickerstaff decides to call timeout. He's looking to make some very important adjustments here and some changes here for New York. Anunoby, he's checked in for Shamet. Bridges comes in for Clarkson. And Brunson is subbed in for Alvarado. And the Pistons making a change here as well. Tobias Harris checked in for Holland. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Hey, team, I was able to catch the message that J.B. Bickerstaff was giving to his team. Well, coach is thrilled with their three-point shooting, saying in the huddle, guys, let's keep it up. Continue to shoot it from deep. It's working. They've been on fire from distance so far.
Great work, Allie. Thanks.
Well, he's trying to shoot his way out of it from distance, but look, he's got to find something easier.
Harris misses. Knicks trail by 3. Brunson passes to Robinson. Here's Towns. Robinson, a screen on Harris. And a deep three from Towns. And it's all tied up. Towns has got 7 now in this quarter.
1 this half, 2 for the game. Staying active from beyond the arc.
For Detroit, they've gotten just 3 of 9 shots to go in. Struggling this fourth quarter. Cunningham outside. Jacks up a 3. Oh, Cunningham with the answer.
Well, after dropping in 2 triples in the first half, he's now matched that mark here in the second half, and I wouldn't be surprised to see more of that.
All he needed was a little separation. So effective.
Boy, cleared the path, put him in position for a prime-time dunk.
Well, give credit to the screener there. That's how you help free up your teammates.
Now here's Stewart. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. When you're a 6'8 pivot like Isaiah Stewart, you'd better have the strength to battle longer players.
Yeah, B.A., his game is all about power. Once he establishes position, it's hard to root him out of there. And, man, he sets some teeth-rattling picks.
That's good from Stewart.
A 2020 first-round pick. Isaiah Stewart is a load at 6'8", 250. Is very intense. He's a guy you want on your side.
Hart's checked in for New York. Detroit also making some changes. Duren, he's checked in for Harris. Thompson comes in for LeVert. And it's Robinson in for Herter. Stewart hits them both.
In a lot of ways, Isaiah Stewart reminds me of a player from an older era. He's got a more physical and fundamental game that he plays. Is a big who plays like a big.
Now here's Anunoby. There's the 3. And again, New York with the triple.
Every chance he gets, Anunoby will take this. He's an accurate outside shooter.
Here's Cunningham. Shot goes. Cunningham with the grit.
His scoring is a big reason why they're up right now. Let's see if they can close it out.
Outside Hart. Anunoby finds Bridges. Now here's Towns. Outside Hart. Towns, a screen on Stewart. Hart, the open shot. Another one falls for New York.
And this is just typical of him. Always making an impact at crucial moments in the game.
Well, you know this is when they lean on him, and he delivers with a much-needed score.
Now here's Cunningham. Now Duren. And he lobs it up to the rim. Throw it down on the lob.
He is ferocious on alley-oops. With his good hands and wingspan, Duren makes for an easy target on the lob.
Here's Towns to take the lead. Thompson pulls it in. Thompson's got rebound number 7 tonight.
The battle of the boards has been something to watch.
Pass to Duren. And here is Thompson. And it's off from three-point range. And here's Brunson. It's Hart on the wing. Towns, a screen on Stewart. Hart. And the Knicks getting another bucket right there. And so it's Cunningham with it. He brings it up for the Detroit Pistons. Outside Robinson. From outside, off the mark. New York has gone 3 of 6 from downtown so far in the fourth. And Anunoby for 3. The rebound by Detroit. Robinson on the wing, covered by Towns. Pass to Duren. Cunningham outside. Three-pointer, Stewart. That falls. Nice feed that time from Cunningham. Cunningham's got his assist totals piling up. 11 now for him tonight. Now Anunoby. Towns outside. Count that one. Towns has got 26 points.
Oh, here in the fourth quarter, he's 5 for 7 from the field.
Brunson against Cunningham. Oh, the feathery touch. Dropped it right over the rim.
And that is an important shot. Cunningham understands how to come up big for his team.
And it's Mike Brown calling timeout here. He is not messing around, calling them into the huddle. And Detroit making a change here. Harris is checked in. And so it's Brunson with it. He brings it up for the Knicks. They trail by 3. Outside Anunoby. Shoots a 3. Cash from downtown.
And here in the fourth, he's been zeroed in, hitting some big-time buckets.
Thompson outside. Here's Cunningham. Oh, he goes to the glass with that one.
Big-time points from Cunningham. Good to see him stepping up in these moments.
Now Towns. A minute 58 left in the fourth quarter. Towns on a screen. Hart. And that misses. That would have put him up. And the Pistons shooting around 53% in the fourth. Now Cunningham. Tipped. Here's the break. Using the glass to lay it in.
Incredible. I mean, high energy in transition. Just beating the defense up the floor.
Yeah, the commitment to run is paying great dividends on the break.
Now here's Cunningham. Robinson fires. Buries it from outside.
Yeah, that was an important hoop from Robinson.
Knicks trail by 3. Outside Brunson. Yes, sir! Bacon in the layup.
A huge make by Jalen Brunson, shining in the biggest of moments.
Cunningham. Outside Thompson. Now Robinson. From deep. Towns rips down the board. There's 57 seconds left in the final quarter. Brunson to take the lead. That misses. Expect them to take their time this trip down.
Yeah, B.A. The clock is theirs to burn.
And he recovers it. From downtown. And he nails it.
Whoa, that is as clutch as it gets. Big time play.
Yeah, don't you just love to see a player embrace that kind of pressure?
And it's Mike Brown calling timeout here. Critical moment here. He's not taking any chances. Three seconds separating the shot and game clocks.
Well, this is why you go to Towns in the clutch. That is big time.
And now they decide to foul intentionally. And they go to the intentional foul.
Yeah, just trying to keep this game alive. Not a bad foul right there.
He drops the first one, and that makes it a three-point lead. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 4-point ball game.
Well, that's outstanding execution in a big spot. He showed a lot of poise at the line right there.
Now Anunoby jacks up a three. Cunningham there for the rebound. And there's the intentional foul. No choice but to stop the clock here.
No foul. Fourth team foul. Cade Cunningham at the line. 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
So the first one drops, and that puts him up 5. And the second free throw, no good. Tough break there. Here's Bridges. Puts up a deep 3. Oh, no good. So it's Detroit picking up the win. And they barely squeezed out the win here on the road.
And B.A., the visiting team is always under some added pressure. But they made it work and got the win, whatever the margin may have been.
And that about wraps it up. With Grant Hill, Stan Van Gundy, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson saying thanks for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. And as we leave you, here's a look at our player of the game, Cade Cunningham.